Hey there, we are covering the Natalie Cochran case, and we're actually on a break right now. Sorry. Um, this is just day two. This is the case out of West Virginia, and lawyer Lee is also covering this. She is actually there on the ground, and I'm very glad. I didn't know about this case until a few days ago, and actually, I heard about it from lawyer Lee. Um, and it's a super interesting case. I'm surprised that more podcasters have not picked this up. But for those of you who don't know, I'm a practicing tax attorney, and so I love true crime. That's kind of my side passion. I used to be a litigator. I did family law and some criminal defense, but that was over a decade ago. So I'm definitely out of trial practice, but I still really love true crime, and especially from a lawyer's perspective, it's interesting to watch these cases, and particularly given everything that is going on right now. And how technology is impacting trial work, and the steps that are going to have to be taken by attorneys on both the prosecution and the defense side of the aisle, as AI makes even bigger inroads into trial work. So, all of that to say, I'm going to try and cover this case as I can. I can't actually get the pleadings right now, and that's where I always start. Like off the bat, gotta look at the pleadings. That's because Raleigh County, West Virginia. That's where this case is being tried. I don't think that they offer any type of online document retrieval, and so I've called the clerk's office, and I feel a little bad bothering them because I know they're probably slammed right now with this case. But I am hoping I can get my hands on the pleadings, hoping I can cover it. I do not think I can go through a live stream every day of it, and it's a pretty complex case, so don't know how long it'll last. But I'm going to try and do recaps if I can at the end of the day before Lee comes on, because I'm very interested in hearing what she has to say. She's there, boots on the ground in the courtroom. Um, but when I can do this, I am going to try and jump on and analyze things. And so far, it's been interesting to me. You never know what you're going to get in terms of the personalities of the attorneys and the judge. And there have been some kind of weird things already in this case. Already, they had to bring an alternate juror on, and a juror who was initially impaneled, basically bailed out. And it was interesting to me that the judge actually on the live stream, um, identified these jurors by name. And so I haven't looked at the West Virginia juror rules yet, but that's pretty intriguing and a little disturbing, honestly. And I'm not suggesting the judge did anything untoward or wrong. It's just you generally, since juror identity is such a sensitive matter, you don't hear of jurors being referred to by name, and you can't even see them. If the trial is televised, you can't see them on camera, for that reason. So I was in Court TV stream a little bit ago, and they had said, "Oh yeah, that was an oversight, and we've cut it out of our feed." But I don't know about some of the other channels. I think Law and Crime is also covering it, and I don't know that they have taken it off their feed from yesterday morning when the trial started. So that's been an interesting thing. The juror dynamics. Um, Today after lunch, I believe that Donna Bolt was supposed to testify for the prosecution. Maybe not right now, not today, but she was in the lineup, and apparently the prosecutor had received an email or a letter to some effect saying, well, we don't know actually, but it was very apparent from the email that he was not going to call her after receiving this email. So not sure what that's about. Donna Bolt, my understanding is Donna Bolt is the victim's mother. And so who knows what that's about, and I'll try and do a little digging on that. But it was, I believe the prosecutor's words were, it would be fatal to the prosecution's case or something in that regard, to put this person on as a witness. So what else? The defense attorney, I have not had a chance to do a lot of research on him. I think he is with a Charleston firm. I believe his name is Matthew Victor, and it seems like he's represented Natalie in some of the other non. I think he's represented her in the criminal matters. I'm not sure about the federal case that preceded this criminal trial. Um, Little combative for my taste. I don't know that I think that that's gonna further his purpose. It's one thing to be a zealous advocate for your client, and there are certainly circumstances in which you need to push and you need to be a little bit combative. Um, I don't know that being confrontational with every witness, including essentially fact witnesses, it's not my style, and I kinda wonder how that's gonna play with what I perceive to be a relatively small town jury. I don't know the demographics of Raleigh County very well, but um, yeah, for what it's worth, it'll be interesting to see as the trial progresses if his co-counsel, I don't know the co-counsel's name, if he's gonna switch out, if they're gonna tag team this, what his personality is like. I've been a little surprised that um, the male prosecutor, and I don't know his name, he hasn't objected to some of what I perceive to be kind of badgering of the witnesses by the defense attorney, and that's a little interesting. But I just wanted to jump on quickly. To be perfectly candid, I've never even done a live, so I'm trying to play around with settings and figure out what's going on and how to do this. Um, And yeah, I would love for you guys to join and cover this case with me. There's another case I'm looking to cover that is relatively local to me, and I'm a little hesitant for several reasons about covering that case. It's out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. But yeah, I will try and jump back on later today. I don't want to interfere with Lee's live. I think she's going to go on around 7 p.m. Eastern. I think is when she normally goes on, um, and really just looking to kind of supplement and help bring this case to you guys. It is very complex and interesting. There's a backstory, and I'm going to do some foundational work. I may record some separate videos if you haven't heard about this case on background of it. But if you don't know, she has been accused of murdering her husband of many years. I think it sounds like they might be getting ready to go back to from the break. So uh, I'll do a separate video with some background, but she was a pharmacist. There was a large federal fraud case brought against her and her husband, and then the premise is that she killed her husband by poisoning him with insulin, uh, because she didn't want him to find out about the extent of this fraud. And so again, lots of elements, but it's been in the works for a while. I think she was actually charged, and then the charges were dropped, contingent upon them exhuming the body. And then I think the body's been exhumed like twice, and then charges were reinstated. And he died February 6th of, or I think this incident occurred February 6th of 2019. And then I think he went to the hospital, went to hospice, and then died a few days later. But so I mean, that's, what is that? Almost 6 years ago. So, there's lots going on. And like I said, lots to cover. So yeah, I'll try and do a foundational video on this later. You guys bear with me. I have no experience with YouTube or recording or videos. So if I'm able to continue this channel, we'll look back on this and laugh one day, right? All right. Take care, y'all. Bye.